Hey everybody, this is Patti Digh. I'm talking to Greg and Michael, who are my compatriots in a new class, new online class called Becoming Bendy. And very excited to have the two of them work with me on this class. I have been using their work for a long time, and the recent book, Coach Yourself Thin, is kind of the textbook for the class. It had a great deal of meaning for me, and I think you'll find it very powerful as well. It takes us out of the realm of you must do this. It really gives us the capacity to make good choices. I just thought about this actually when I was in the ninth grade. I took French for the first time, and the one phrase I remember from my French class was "he's at the zoo," which doesn't come up in conversation a lot when you're in France. You have to work really hard to figure out how to fit that in. And when I look at diet books or fitness books that have a prescription like "he's at the zoo," if I'm not in that exact circumstance, then it really doesn't help me. And what I love about your book is that it gives you a grounding of how to understand my stories, really, about myself and my body and about fitness and food, and use that as the grounding place to make good decisions moving forward. So we've been talking about the class coming up starting October 23rd, Becoming Bendy, and I'm very excited about it. I'm really thrilled to be working with the two of you. A couple questions I wanted to ask, and I'll start with you, Greg. We're going to have calls as a part of this class. You know, a big part of doing it in the way that we're doing it with a classroom online is to allow people to have interaction with each other. And we know that this is a topic that really benefits from people having very honest, open conversations with other people if they want to. So can you just talk a little bit about the calls? We're going to have 6 teleconference calls, and people are wondering, are they interactive, or how's that going to work?
Yeah, our goal with that is to, we're using a new platform, and it allows interaction. It allows us to break people off into groups. On a note on that, too, I know people brought up the timing issue. We're going to record all of these, so they're available. And it's just one of the ways that we're going to interact. But yeah, we're definitely moving away from here's information versus here are some ideas, and let's talk about it. Let's break it down.
Yeah, so the calls are going to allow people to do that. And also we're going to have a Facebook group, which is another level of opening space for people to have conversation, and a platform that many people are involved in. So Michael, can you just talk a little bit about what you envision for the Facebook group?
Well, what Greg and I have learned about community is that it is important to have the coaches be present and be there to lend support and answer questions and just be present. But what is even more valuable, really, is the 24/7 support. Anybody who's on Facebook knows that Facebook, much like New York City, never closes. So Facebook's always there. And you could go on at 3 a.m. and you could have something you want to talk about, and chances are you're going to have somebody to talk to. And that's the cool thing about the online portion of the community is you have the opportunity to both support and be supported any hour of the day, any day of the week. And again, we've just found that to be the key part of community, is being able to find someone to talk to. And yes, we will be in there. We're planning, the coaches, the 3 of us will be there daily, just to be present and to find some questions that we feel like would benefit everyone. On those selected questions and selected input that we think is healthy for the whole group. But I think people are going to find it very exciting and find that atmosphere of support something that is quite unique in their weight loss journey. If they've always tried to go this alone, always tried to do it sort of out of a book, then a book only, right, or a diet only, then this is going to be a unique experience.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, one of the things I've loved about the classes I've been teaching online, and I've been surprised about it, is that the community can be very strong. Just, you know, I kind of poo-pooed the idea of online classes and the idea of building community that way, but it's been unbelievable to watch. So I'm really looking forward to that part of it. And you know, I said that to the two of you, you know, you're really the coaches in terms of the food, nutrition part and the fitness part. I'm sort of as I told you, I'm sort of the overweight guinea pig. You know, I'm kind of going along on this journey along with everybody in the class to pick up on and do the work myself. So I'm really looking forward to that part of it as well. One more thing I wanted to raise in terms of questions, and that was, you know, is the work that I'm going to do in the classroom writing. Certainly writing is one way to process the kinds of questions that you're going to be asking yourself and the kinds of issues that are going to be brought up in the community and in the calls that we have. But writing is not the only way. So if there's another form of communication that makes more sense to you, if meditation is one way that you do this, if artfulness is one way, if writing is one way, that's just the way that I process. So you're going to have the capacity to make this program your own. You know, I always say to people who are in groups, the question in terms of a learning experience is not so much what will I get, but what am I bringing to this? And so, you know, we're really hoping that people bring their whole selves to this process in order to get the most that they can from it. And in terms of time frame, you know, it's possible to just read the prompts and have those be an underlying awareness for the day. And that's 10 minutes of your day. It's also possible to spend a lot of time in the community and really get as much as you can out of that conversation. And that's a longer period of time commitment. So it's going to vary for you. You know, some folks are very happy just to read the prompts and do the work on their own, and the community is not so big a part of it for them. Others will find that they're going to be putting more time into it. So that's one way of saying it depends. It really depends how you process information. So. Well, thanks so much for joining me just to answer some of these questions. As more questions come up, I might call you back and have another Skype, but I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to it. Thanks so much. All right.
Thanks.